Hello, this is Professor Grant Thrall. In a previous video, I demonstrated how to calculate drive distance bands. And after we have done that, we're going to merge the bands together. So first I will zoom in. I will make the working layer highway nodes. Then click on select by pointing. Click on the location of my interest, which is Butler Plaza. Now that the highway node has been selected, I make highway my working layer, routing, network bands, and I'm going to go out 6 miles in 2-mile increments. 6-mile increments highway. On my version of Magnitude and the more recent ones, I understand the network bands are placed in the down position. Mine, they're placed in the furthest up position so we can't see it. And now I will zoom in. Here are my network bands using highways. I want to merge these two bands together. They are divided into sets where this is like a donut. If we had a column in common between these two polygons, then I could merge them together. So I'm going to create a column in common. Data view, modify table, add a field. And the field I'm going to add is, I'll call it merge ID. And I'll make this into a small integer. Now pull up my data view, merge ID. I can put it, so I can put any number I want in, any integer I want in here. I can put in a 1 or whatever. And let's say I had multiple polygons and I wanted to merge some but not all, but they were all added like islands of Hawaii in the same data layer. I could then identify those that I wanted to merge and with a unique ID. Now, tools, geographic analysis, merge by value, merge ID, and I'm going to create the layer. And when I click on compute attributes, it's like executing an overlay. I can then second I want to find out my area by adding the areas together, and okay. So now we have one polygon. I can turn off my former, and here is my single polygon. Well, there are several problems with this polygon as I've created here. One is this obvious spike going out to collect a highway node point out here. And second is that this is not really the distance that I had wanted. Now we'll repeat the same experiment, though using streets instead of highways. Street layer. Here are streets, and it's switched on. And my intersections, which are my nodes for my streets, I'm going to switch off auto scale and then turn on my intersections and make intersections my working layer and select by pointing. Now I'll make my streets my working layer, tools, routing, and again I'm going to choose my maximum impedance to be 6, and my increments I'll choose to be 2, reason in mind. I need to move my newly derived polygons down. This is altogether a much nicer looking trade area, and we can see the difference in how the more granular streets with multiple nodes, and we've eliminated the problem with this spike. So if we were calculating that trade area at a market zone at the area of North Florida, then it's appropriate to use highways and highway nodes. But when we're down at a scale such as what we see on the map here, and if computational time is not an issue with you, then it's best to use streets. I will switch the order of the draw here so we can perhaps more clearly see what's the difference, another perspective. So here we have using highways, which was really inappropriate for the scale. And here we have the trade area calculated with streets. And as with the previous experiment, we can merge the polygons together to form a single polygon.